So, mein Name ist Odile Decq. Non, mon nom, je m'appelle Odile Decq. Je suis architecte. Je suis une femme architecte. J'essaye de faire... Je ne suis pas très française en architecture, je crois pas. C'est ce que disent les Français. Les Français m'ont trouvé autrefois un peu trop britannique dans mon architecture. Maintenant, je ne sais pas si je peux devenir allemande en architecture. Non, je ne crois pas. Française, oui, je crois que je suis française. Non, je suis bretonne d'abord. Bretonne et européenne, ça c'est important. Je suis bretonne, française éventuellement, et européenne très important. A journalist came to me and asked me to an interview, and the first question was to compare Paris and Rome. So the story is a bit outside, but you will know. And I was explaining that in Paris, for me the main difference is when you are in Paris and you want to walk in Paris or to travel through Paris, you have to have a map and you follow axes because of the avenues, the boulevard, everything is monument around these axes. It's very easy to understand. And when you are in Rome, it's impossible. You look at the map and forget it because it's impossible. You have to, and you know where are the square, and you travel from one square to another square. You choose a little street, depending of your feeling, depending of your humor, depending of your time, etc. And it's like with the current and the sea. And I was explaining that it's exactly like sailing. And this young man read that 2 weeks after that and called me. And the first meeting was a lunch for 3 hours with his lawyer and himself. And we were speaking about food, whiskey, chocolate, everything. And because they chose a very good restaurant in Rome. And in the middle of the lunch, finally he took something from his back and he said, "Look at that, I want to buy this boat." And it was a drawing of the boat. And I was really impressed, and I said, "Oh yes," and he said, "So what do you think about the color of the boat?" And I said, "Oh, maybe black, like a joke, but not a joke." And he said, yes, we can do it black." And I said, "Yes, black with the body, black with the sails, and it could be fabulous. Black, the pirate or the corsair sailing." He said, yes, we will do that." I was, and with my hands like that and putting that. Is it true? Yes, it's true. Because I was thinking, I have to do that because it's so incredible, this story, that I have to believe that it's true. There is a living room. There are 3 guest cabins, but these guest cabins are open to the common space and to the living room for 2. And they could be partitions or not, closed or unclosed or not. So it depends of the size of and the big quantity of people you have. And there is the owner cabins. When we start to work on together, I discovered that the boat had had windows, but the windows on the B side of the body, at the end they have a very large windows. And I said, "Okay, but why is this large window? We are not in a pavilion, we are not in a house, this is a boat." And they said, "Yes, but the owner of the shipyard, Mr. Bassani, designed it and wants that his boat is like that." I said, "But can you ask him if it's possible to do something else?" So the answer came back yes, and I redesigned all the windows. And after that, our discussion was about the deck. And I was explaining that for me, the most beautiful sailing boat that I have seen was the one from the America's Cup at the 19th century and beginning of the 20th century, and the deck was absolutely flush. At the beginning, they were Italian people, and Italian men, looking at the lady like that. Okay, but I know Italian a lot because I'm working in Italy. So it was, every time I was asking something at the beginning, the man in front of me was saying, "No." I said, "Okay, can we discuss? Can I explain what I want?" Because they were taking me as an interior designer, not an architect. And they knew that I was an architect, they knew my project in Rome because they look on the internet, but whatever, they are men and sellers, so. They use to build the boat with structural partitions, so we have some walls come through the space. And I asked to take off 2 walls, and I prove them or explaining them that in the tradition you have 2 ways of building boats: by partitions, by structural partition, or by uncurved structure like that with like a crown. And like the airplanes or some boats. And I was explaining them, you have to do that, etc. You can do that. If you want that, I can calculate that with my engineer if you want. So at the end I said, no, we'll check. And after that they said, okay, 2 could be avoided. After that, every time I came and I decided, okay, we can do this detail like that, like that. So at the end they said, okay, we discover a lot of things, we learned a lot of things from you. I said, okay, I learned a lot of things from you too. No, people of the shipyard are very nice people. They are because I know something about sailing and I know this feeling and the atmosphere. I was really in my place. It was really like, for me it was holidays. It's a very fast boat. It was the most fast sailing boat of Wally. It was designed like that. And when we arrived, they said, we can't sail because we don't have the boom, etc. And the family was like that, I was like that. And after that, the captain said, oh, maybe we can do something. We can put this specific sail, which is called the first one, which is a huge one that you have on the place of the fock. And in this boat, this is 700 square meters, this sail. And we had that without the boom, without the ground sail, and with a very flat sea without wind, and we were going 10 knots. It was like sliding on the sea. It was absolutely impressive. The construction process is very different than for the building, because we started in November 2003 to think about the design, and as soon as January or February 2004 we were at the same time doing the design and they were doing the construction of the boat. And we met at the end the 3 person in charge of this boat, and we discovered that we can be good friends, so no problem. This story is absolutely like a fairy tale. I have to say that. Now my dream is to design a plane. It's another dream. And he told me, but planes, there is nothing to do with a plane. I said, oh yes, a lot with a plane, because you have to, what can you do in a plane? You can sleep, you can take a bath, you can live in a plane. So why not designing a plane?